Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, individual out there. Today, I would like to speak a little about emotions and, well, the way of getting to know them and remember them so that you can study them for later, in a sense. But emotions are a little special because to be able to getting to know and understand emotions for real with your being, so that you know when you feel something, you know what you feel, and it is kind of a guiding system. You have to feel them. You have to become these beings. You have to become the emotions, and you have to be aware while you feel them. I know, this sounds extremely difficult and very painful, and it is. But this type of spiritual training helps you strengthen your will to be able to sit in whatever needs to be gone through so that you can grow as a human being. Spiritual impulses, thoughts, emotions, and will doesn't come willy-nilly, just by chaos or just by randomness. No. You are experiencing a whole lot of different inner influx of these different faculties so that you can grow, so that you can learn. You can't ignore them and pretend it doesn't exist. You can tuck away your emotions and you can more or less believe the will doesn't exist so that you go around being dragged everywhere. But that is also not reality. Strengthening your will requires you to choose an activity or an action and do it. And the more you can focus on that action, the more you strengthen your will. Your will is very, very important when it comes to understanding emotions and for pure thinking. When you grab a hold of your thoughts, that is pure thinking. And then you can focus your thoughts to different kinds of topics, different kinds of areas of the universe, of life. And it is up to you to include emotions and will in this, because they are just as part of this earthly and cosmic evolution as our thoughts are. With having your whole body with you when you are intensely contemplating and reflecting, you are including your whole being, your whole self. And by doing so, you get to know yourself. Getting to know yourself is the first priority. By getting to know yourself, you get to see the many different compartmentalizations. Why did I even say that word? The different aspects of a human being. The compartmentalization is what we do now automatically. We learn something, put it in the subconscious, and then it comes forth when you are reminded of it, and it is as dead as a page in a book. But when you go out and the influx of signals and more or less the whole universe is affecting you, it is kind of an alive interaction and participation of everything around you. That includes your thoughts, your emotions, and your will. Your emotions is your number one guiding system when it comes to morals. And the more you get to purify yourself and clean yourself out of bad habits and different kinds of things that holds you back, things that makes you feel lesser than, makes you know you're doing something wrong in the moment, kinda, is limiting your spiritual growth. But by doing the divine works, by purifying, by knowing yourself, by over time overcome many of our inner darker beings that is constantly affecting us through what we have been taught by others' opinions, the society of today that more or less human follow human follow human follow human, but that first human don't follow any kind of spiritual guidance. So everyone is following each other, going around in a circle. By you disconnecting and connecting to the universe and to the spiritual world without thinking of what the hell is everyone else doing, you disconnect from the trends, all of the fads, all of the different things everyone wants to follow. You yourself connect yourself to the divine. You become an anchor for an inspiration. That is why it feels so different from the rest of the world. You are so different from the majority of people. Because, well, to wake up indicates actually taking your own values into your hand through the divine. You are not doing this alone. Believe me, you're not doing this alone. You are getting help from the higher powers. And by doing this work, it is always worthwhile. Always. The strength you're given, the willpower, the emotional control, and your thinking becomes sharper and more precise and more divine and more loving for every day you do this. It is beyond doubt, really, because I have done this for a long time now and observed my growth. And I observe others' growth too. And the more they do and immerse themselves in spiritual work, trying to find out what we are, who we are, where we are going, as I always say in every video, it is to trigger something in you. This fire to, oh fuck, I don't want to stay behind, I don't want to lag behind, I don't want to stagnate. That is the fire I want to share with you. Because if we keep doing what we're doing materialistically, our morals and our inner values will degrade over time. The morals and ethics and the love that comes is from higher hierarchies. And by not acknowledging that and say, everything comes from the human being, thinking the human being as God, is when we lose this connection. You always have to acknowledge that the higher power is our Father, more or less. And once you have acknowledged this, and you know you are an extension of this divine power, you are cooperating with all of these hierarchies and all of these ups and downs, back and forth. You are given inspiration, you are given different things to speak about so that you can share it with other human beings. The more we do this, the more we get to spread this, so we have a foundation for the future when all turns to ash, more or less. When all goes down the hill. Because it will happen. And it will be two types of human being. The evil human being, and they will have the form of evil human beings because their deeds today that are evil will translate to a physical body later. It's the same with us when we operate morally and ethically and lovingly. It affects our soul, makes us more. It is shown in our countenance and especially in the future. If we do not cultivate love right now, we will not have this foundation in the future. And yeah, everything will go down the hill. Our evolution doesn't come from outer physical, materialistic impulses. It comes from you grabbing a hold of your inner being, getting to know it, and your body will follow later. You are forming your future in a sense, here and now. You're working for the future. You're not here to see fast gains and easy instant gratifications. You're not here to follow glory. You're not here to become a famous... You get where I'm going here. That is not our purpose. Yes, we are here to reach as many as possible, but we are not here to become power hungry. We are here to be guides. You see?